Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. I'm Umbra and today I will tell you the best possible equipment for your tank commanders. A commander who plays the roles of a tank have the task to resist as much as possible, as he will try to induce all the enemy to attack him instead of his allied. For ensure the survivability of this commander, you need to build the correct gear for give the commander the command stat and also the troop defense he need for survive. In this video we'll take as example Sauron, a commander that is famous for his support capability but also for the tank capability. And at the end of the video we'll also share my knowledge about Sauron full initiative versus Sauron full tank. Soon on the channel I'm gonna also make a new guide about Sauron cause the meta is shifted to a more tank. Sauron is not anymore a factor, be super fast with Sauron in my opinion, so I invite you to subscribe to my channel if you don't wanna lose this video. Returning to the tank equipment topic, in the simulation I use Sauron heated by a Lotr with the skill 𝒆𝒚𝒘𝒐𝒅𝒔. Sauron troop are the mountain troll with a base value of defense of 44 and also 10% of physical damage reduction. Additionally, Sauron have base 190 of command without any kind of equipment. All these factors bring the base damage reduction to a 30.6%. So for example, a Lotr that attack a target with 0 defense and 0 damage reduction will inflict 8,940 damage. In the case of Sauron with a base value of 30.6% damage reduction, the damage received gonna be only 6,201. This gonna be the base value of damage. If we dress Sauron with the besting slot purple gear, fully refined and also upgraded, we're gonna have an equipment that's gonna reduce by 32.5% the relative damage Sauron receive, for an overall base damage reduction from the basic attack of Lotr of 53.2%. That's gonna bring the damage only to 4k.1, and that is a lot of damage reduction already, so don't underestimate the epic equipment are already very strong for a tank. Now talking about the legendary item, we start with the weapon. The first I'm gonna talking about is the Reckoning, the besting slot, which provide 240 of command and also 35 of troop defense. That's gonna reduce the damage received by Sauron to 3,472. This is a 70% improve compared to the epic version, and about 8% global damage reduction, bring the damage reduction to 61.2%. As alternative you can think to run the Lang, the Noldor Sword or the Dawn, that are all similar in terms of damage reduction, between 8.6% and 5.4%, changing on a global damage reduction only between 57.2% and 55.7%, almost nothing. These are all acceptable, but there's no competition with the first weapon I mentioned. All the other weapons are a waste of resource for a tank commander. Speaking of armor, the best choice is the High Elf Hauberk, which provide 9.6% damage reduction and bring the overall damage reduction to a 57.7%. That is a big boost for a chest. The only alternative available is the Durin's Plate, which provide 5.4% and bring the overall reduction to 55.7%. Then we can talk about the helmet, and here we have the casque of the Submerged Island, the besting slot absolutely, which provide 13.8% of damage reduction and an overall reduction of 59.6%. That give a huge impact cause of a lot of command and also a lot of troop defense. As alternative you can run the Hard Casque that are very close to the previous helmet. It provides 11.1% of damage reduction and overall change of 58.4%, only 1.2% less than the previous choice. Lastly I wanna mention the High Elf helmet that is inferior than the previous two choice. It provides only 2.4% damage reduction for an overall of 54.3%, but provides 6 of initiative. That is really important for some kind of build. Lastly, the accessory. The first choice is for sure the Silver Harp of Rivendell, which provide 11.1% of damage reduction, bring the overall damage reduction to 58.4%. A secondary alternative you can choose between Carved Dragon Tooth and Defender of the Mountain that are pretty similar in terms of value. One provides 6.3%, the other 5.5%, with an overall difference of only 0.3%. They are all okay, but all inferior than the first choice. Also in this cave I wanna mention the Miron's Rain, which provide 4.7% damage reduction only, bring the overall damage reduction to 55.4%, but provide 6 of initiative, again really important for some build. The best build for a full tank is composed using the Reckoning, the High Elf Auberk, the 𝒆𝒚𝒘𝒐𝒓𝒅𝒔 Island, and also Silver Harp of Rivendell. That's gonna give you 51.8% damage reduction and increase your overall damage reduction to 77.4%. Your commander gonna take only a quarter of the overall damage of the enemy commander, and that is a big defense versus the damage dealer of the enemy. I can guarantee you, if you build like that, you're gonna be almost immortal. Speaking about honorable mention, I promise you a little insight into Sauron. To maintain high commander value but also raise the initiative, is possible to use the High Elf helmet and also the Miron's Rain. You cannot change the chest and the weapon cause they are too strong. You're still gonna have a 68.3% damage reduction, that is pretty solid, but you also gonna have plus 12 of initiative, that's gonna bring your global initiative to 64 if you run the Mountain Troll. Not enough for compete with Gandalf the White, of course, but enough for be faster than the majority of the DPS on the round 3, 6 and 9, so you can stun and madness them, and also in a pre-battle phase you're gonna be faster than Falgin, Gil-galad, and you're gonna still be able to stall their buff. If you choose to run the full initiative build on Sauron, you're gonna have a lot less damage reduction, you're gonna be lower than the purple gear. So in my opinion, just for have a chance of 30% of stall the buff of Gandalf the White, it's crazy commit like that. But that's enough for this video. Is not a video related to Sauron, it's about the tank. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, just smash like on that and also subscribe to my channel for a future content. Let me know in the comment what you think about this guide and also what kind of content you wanna see in the future on my channel. If you wanna talk with me, I wanna also invite you to join my Discord. We are close to 1k of members and the community grow really fast. Like always, I wanna remember you have an affiliated code with the game that allow you to buy gems from the official site of the game, and if you choose to use my code, the devs gonna recognize me a little commission of what you spend and you're gonna support directly my channel. You're gonna find the link in the description of the video and also in the first comment. Again, thank you for following me and see you in the next. Woo!